So welcome to Friday and a new module. Our second module, which is how to think like an art historian. So first I want to congratulate you. You made it through the first week, which generally involves a lot of cognitive overload with too much information flying at you, technical glitches, just a feeling of being stressed out. And so know that you're succeeding if you're just staying with it and moving from one task to the next. This module, I think, is one of the funnest that we will have all semester, and I hope you really enjoy it. It's where you get to learn, as it's titled, how to think like an art historian. You learn the methods of the discipline. Just as if you want to become a scientist, you need to learn the methods of science. You need to learn about observation, experimentation, about testing, about data. Here you learn what you need to do in order to interpret art, to understand it, to explain it. So these are your fundamentals, and they involve learning how to look with a very fun little exercise tied to that, a discussion that is due on February 2nd. As always, your peer responses are due 24 hours later. And then you build on that. You're really working with what it means to use your senses to understand an object. And then you learn how to do that in a more technical way using the art historical technique of formal analysis, which involves a lot of terminology, vocabulary. So you have a little spot quiz, 5 points, just 5 questions, tied to this page so that you can pause and make sure you've understood everything. The module pages are like the pages in a book. They're where you're actually taking in and digesting the meat of the ideas. So you need to treat these pages as seriously as you do your textbook pages. They often help you with your textbook, and they often include videos that will add another layer of engagement, of multimedia experience to deepen your understanding. So now and then you get a spot quiz because it gives you're on the spot and you sort of are able to check, what did I just learn? Did I understand it? The quiz helps with that. There's also this very small discussion, just 5 points instead of the 10 points for the sensory investigation, where it's just an opportunity to kind of help each other make sure you've understood some of the trickier terminology. Because I will be honest, there is a lot of vocabulary at the beginning. Remember, words are tools for understanding, and the vocabulary is all about getting very precise with how you break apart an artwork when you investigate it. And so then you'll move into the other part of art history that's so important, thinking historically. And there's an assignment which is stressing the idea that formal analysis is not enough. You've always got to be understanding the historical context. So this whole section is very critical about the idea that what you're doing in art history is very much building a historical consciousness, learning to understand why this looks the way it did in the way it was painted in the 1500s so differently from this in the 1800s, because life had changed so much, because the people who are looking at this had a different understanding of the world than the woman who's being painted here with her children and her dog, and the painter and other viewers. And then, as every module will, it wraps up with a kind of summary quiz, 20 points, 1 point per question. So this is the kind of basic structure of a module where you will learn things, have a discussion or two, sometimes have an assignment, at times it will be a group assignment, and then usually have a quiz to wrap it up, occasionally a little smaller quiz to kind of help you with your learning. So please reach out to me, email me, let me know what's on your mind and how it's going as you move into this new module. I hope you will enjoy it. I really think you will.